Bernard. Bernard!
I'm glad I got that on film.
Yeah,
Like a whole
same
fucking
thing.
crazy motherfucker. Mic check 1 2. What is this? Welcome to the Origins episode number 1, guys. All right, I wouldn't be able to start this without having the support of my guy Mike, Mr. Tampa Elite, Mr. Darkside. A lot of other names that I won't really say right now, but maybe later on in the interview we will we'll get it done. But yes, Mikey Sulieman in the building, Tampa Elite owner, amongst a lot of other things, and I'm just glad that you're here, my brother.
I appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
you know what I'm
you.
saying? And why don't you talk to me a little bit and let me know who is Mikey Sulieman?
Mikey Sullivan. Where do you want to start from, bro?
Give it to me from the beginning, bro, from up top.
From up top. Born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. I've been in this industry, basically the mechanic sides of it, all my life. I used to be a young buck, basically going with my father to his mechanic shops. My father owned 2 mechanic shops, so
Okay.
I started off there. I was fucking with cars heavy. Yes, the Honda game too, back in the days.
You got into Hondas too?
Yeah.
What is it with Hondas? That was like the main thing. Everybody got some kind of taste of the Honda game.
It was a Me Too thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, basically like Suzuki's right now. Me Too.
Okay.
Everybody got one or a BMW. Nonetheless, and yeah, bro. Palestinian, 100% pure-blooded. Mother and father in my life, they're together, married 50 plus years. I got 6 brothers and sisters, family of 7.
Big family.
Very big family, bro. A blessed family.
So let me ask you this. Growing up, big family, father and mother holding it down. Explain to me a little bit of how it was that you grew into ownership and being taught to be a leader and really never work for anybody,
Yeah.
kind of build your own fortune.
Well, in all reality, bro, I wouldn't call it a fortune. I call it a blessing. It's a job, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't got no boss. Well, kind of do, bro. Being Palestinian, mother and father, you know what I'm saying? They're my bosses, and above them, God's my boss. You know what I'm saying? So my parents come first, and then God. No joke.
Gotcha.
It's not fucked up, but it's the truth because I love my parents. You know, I never really worked for anybody. My parents started me off young. I've always been a business owner, even when I was a young buck. I was 10 years old. I had my own video game business, so I've always been a business owner. I've never really, like I said, worked for anybody. I don't think I can ever work for anybody anyway.
So you started young.
I started very young.
That thought process and that
Correct.
frame of mind was shown to you at a very young age. So you sacrificed your education
Of course I did.
for trying to pursue business and so on and so forth. And you got fucking crickets on my fucking interview.
Well, it happens, bro. If that was my mother, I'd stop this interview right now just to answer her.
And there you have it, folks. Was this your first business in the motorcycle shop, your first actual like step into the two-wheel business, I should say?
I was doing it before. I was dibbling and dabbling in it. Used to buy a lot of motorcycles and part them out and stuff like that. And I used to work out of my garage at home, only for my close friends. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like I wouldn't let regular customers come see me or anything like that. They had to be a friend in order for me to work on their bikes in the garage.
Okay.
So stayed parting out bikes for a hot minute. I think it was in 2009 when we decided to do Tampa Elite.
Okay, so let me ask you this before we get to that. Um, do you feel like you're self-taught in the game?
Most definitely. Most definitely. Because in this industry, nobody gives you any pointers whatsoever. And when I say self-taught, I mean self-taught.
And that's where you got when you were picking up these bikes, parting them out.
Yep.
That's where you learned was
No. I knew before then. I was when you work on cars, that mindset.
yeah.
You have that the basics. You know what I'm saying? And then when you go deep into it, you just go 100% ham. Everything is self-taught. You know, a lot of these guys, what we see today, they call themselves mechanics, respectfully, but they're not mechanics. 100%. You know. A true mechanic is someone who could take a motorcycle, diagnose it, fix whatever is going on with it. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if the customer's paying,
Yeah.
fix whatever's going on with it. But you got to know how to diagnose a bike. You got to ride a bike. And to be in this industry, you have to own bikes. You can't be a shop owner without owning a bike and having one of the baddest bikes there is. And in my case, it's a different blessing because I don't own just one of them. I own 7 of them, different ones. Each one's set and built different. You got to see 4 of my bikes.
Yeah.
And each one of my motorcycles is unique in a way.
Being said, right? So you start at Tampa Elite. You know, was it quickly established, or did it take some time
Nah, bro,
to build?
I started Tampa Elite. I didn't have not one customer.
Really?
Not one customer. It was pretty wild because even the people that were around me didn't support me, which is wild. You know, they had their bikes and everything like that, and they wouldn't come see me. They would go to everybody else and pay top dollar, but they wouldn't come to me to support me. And I thought that was very wild in itself. You know, when I opened up Tampa Elite, they gave it 90 days and at most 6 months, and they said they would shut down.
Really?
Yeah, about me, that I would shut down. And 6 months later, I shut down 3 Titans, 3 of the biggest shops in the area. I personally shut them down. Not intentionally, but that's just what happened. You know? So you do good work, quality work, your name gets out there. Loved, hated, doesn't matter. Respected at the end of the day.
You're in the business, you're going, everything's going smooth. At what point did you feel like you wanted to start building bikes to compete and start putting your name out there on the street as far as that goes?
See, the crazy part about that is we've been on fast bikes our entire lives, and vehicles. Anything I drive is not stock. I might tell you it's stock.
All right, Dominic Toretto.
Nah.
The Arabic
What
2.0
about
Dom. Because I remember you
Far
telling
from,
me that
but-
you did a lot of dig racing
Yes.
with bikes. When the roll racing really started to pick up, you know, because I know you stepped away for a while.
I did. And it was one of the best things ever, you know. I was dig racing for the longest time. You know, you go out there and say dig race, they're like, what's that? You got these guys out here roll racing, which don't get me, I love the sport, you know what I mean? But they really don't know their bikes. How can you call yourself a racer and you can't even launch your bike? You know what I'm saying? And launching your bike is a whole different ball game, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, when you go out there with 2 bikes with 200 horsepower, okay, and end of the day, one weighs 130 pounds, the other one weighs 200 pounds. Even if the 200-pound rider is better than the 140-pound rider, that 140-pound rider is going to pass.
At some point, he's
At
gonna walk
some
away.
point, right?
Yeah.
But when you set it up and you dig race, it's a different ballgame.
Yeah, a
You know what I'm saying?
real equal playing field.
Exactly. And I'll say this, I don't care. 99.9% of these road racers, they don't know how to launch their bike, bro. Yet I will get on any one of these bikes, stock wheelbase, stock height, stretch lower, it doesn't matter, and I will snap every time, and I will launch savagely. Came some fuckery where we were called out by some punk ass kid. Push come to shove, we're like, hey, run what you brung. It doesn't matter. Little did he know we were coming out with pure fire. We were unleashing hell, you know. And we did. We did 4 bikes in 4 weeks, complete builds. But we already had these parts. You know what I'm saying?
It was just a matter of
It was a matter of time. And at that time, it was basically me, my brother, and my 17-year-old son, Jub. He's savage as fuck.
Yes, he is. Shout out to Jubby, man.
Yeah.
He's an animal.
Good kid, very good kid. Basically, me and him and my brother, you know, we pulled a lot of overnighters, but
got it done.
We got it done all the way around. And then my boy Billy from PBR, I called him up. You know, I was like, listen, this is what we got going on. Push come to shove, I was like, I don't want to do it myself. I don't have the energy or the strength to.
So that's when Billy came in and kind of gave you a hand with some
That's
stuff.
when Billy, well, on that, Billy has always, you know, over the past
been around
decade, always been around. He does all the tuning and everything like that. Keeps it nice and clean. Yeah, I know how to tune. I just don't want to waste my time with it. I can be hovering. You see when we're in here, I'm always hovering around everything. If somebody needs me, they come grab me. We get it done. You know.
Gotcha.
And then I got my boy David Owens too. Very good tuner as well. And between the 3 of us, we do some damage. You know what I mean? The people are not loyal themselves. There's a lot of loyal people out there, but in this game, in this industry, they always have a friend. You know, they could do this, they could do that, blah, blah, blah. And it's the same motherfuckers that are out there working on their bikes while they're racing.
Yeah.
I've never seen so much of that. You know what I'm saying?
Then right now?
Like, yeah, it's shocking. From my era, okay, we go out there, we race, we finish racing, we leave. Win or lose. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. Bike ain't breaking down, and if it did, hey, our shit broke down, it is what it is. We're not gonna whip out a toolkit right then and there and work on it. Okay. No, who got time for that? I was like shocked on the way this stuff is being carried out, and it's normal to them. And it's far from normal to me. I mean, to be honest, me and you went to Miami, and I kept saying, what the fuck is this? You remember?
Yeah.
And you're like, what do you mean? I'm like, bro, everybody's working on their bikes. Usually you come up with a setup. You run your run, and that's that. You know what I mean? This day and age, I guess it's different. I'm pissed off because I had to lower the air pressure on my fucking bike.
And you think that's because of the backyard mechanics? Too many?
I wouldn't say. It's hard to say. I don't know what each person's doing, what setup they have. But if your bike is ready, you're ready. You know what I mean? I mean, worst case scenario, you're sitting there trying to get your bike to hook. Like that day we were out there, nobody was hooking for shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, we back. We have to take a break so I could take a piss. So.
Now he really wanted to drop a bean. Get that on your interview.
No. We just had a Brazilian steakhouse, so
we
yeah.
Did. It was delicious.
My stomach ain't talking. My stomach ain't talking back to me yet, but it will very soon. It will very soon. But a question that I was wondering a lot about you, Mikey, is you were talking about dig racing.
Yeah.
So for you, if you had a choice right now, because clearly roll racing is definitely the more popular out of the 2.
Right.
If you had to pick dig or roll?
Dig.
All day.
All day. Dig. 1000%.
Do you feel like that takes the more skill?
Oh, without a doubt. And anybody who says anything different, they're lying.
I can't
They
dis-
won't put their hand on the Bible or the Quran, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. No,
So
I can't disagree, bro. Because that
yeah,
'60s, I have this conversation. Me and Reap have these conversations. Shout out to Reap. You know.
um, I've always been a street guy, never the track, which is insane. My big ass back then going to the track, it never worked. I never cared for the track. I've always been a street racer, you know.
Okay.
They changed it into roll. We were like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we built something that can actually roll, you know. But pound for pound, dig racing, bro.
Dig racing.
Yeah, dig racing.
Gotcha.
Most definitely.
Gotcha. Mr. Sulieman has 10 kids.
Yes.
Okay. So he probably has about 100 years worth of a lifetime. Okay. He runs a tight ship here. He lives paycheck to paycheck.
I do. I do live paycheck to paycheck. People think you know, he's a shop owner, he got money, blah 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 blah. I'm just trying to feed my kids. Do you want that grocery bill? Nah.
Listen, I can only afford one bike. I got child support to pay. Shit is real out here. Anyway, man, I'm fucking. I'm gonna have to come back to this because I forgot the fucking word. That hold on, I gotta think of the word. Give me my goddamn mic.
Damn.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, it was nice talking to you, Mike.
Always great talking to you.
You guys will. That's an inside joke.
911. Yes, there's a black man that broke into my shop.
Would you ever consider having like a car dyno here?
Honestly, yeah, bro, I would. I generally would. Crazy that you mentioned that because I've been looking for one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to be able to put any vehicle on there. When I say any
All-wheel
vehicle,
drive?
all-wheel drive. Yeah.
Oh shit! All the all-wheel drive boys.
Yeah. We definitely want to get into it. Our trucks are, you know, they're all-wheel. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've really been looking into it. And we're gonna see where that takes us. And God willing, we'll get somewhere.
As far as Tampa Elite, right, and the tuners that you have, and where you're at, where do you feel like you stand in your eyes as far as all the competition that there is, not in Tampa, but you know, Orlando, Miami, the guys from Texas. Do you feel like your shop here can compete with any of those shops?
You know, it's crazy you ask that. You say competition. We don't have any competition. Here at Tampa Elite, we have blinders on like a horse. We only see what's happening around us in front of us. We don't look at them as competitors. Now, can we compete? Yes, of course we can. End of the day, when it comes to fast cars, fast bikes, we have, you know, we have. I'm pretty sure, you know, there's a lot of shops out there that these guys put their blood, sweat, tears into. You know, it's a passion for them too. End of the day, it boils down to two adults coming to an agreement and racing.
Going from there.
Yeah, you know.
Do you feel that there's not enough, right? Because there's big boys, right? And there's clearly levels to this.
Right.
And why do you feel like there's not a lot of shops that go against each other? Is it because of what can happen if the loss, the greater, right? The greater thought process, and I'm sure is if we don't win, this is gonna hinder my business.
Absolutely not. I
You
never,
don't see it that way?
I don't look at it that way, none whatsoever. That's just me personally, myself. Like I said, also, I don't have my eyes on what other people do. I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of people like me spread out all over the world, you know, especially in Texas. There's a lot of fast guys in Texas, in Miami or Orlando, you know what I mean? We're no pushovers, I can tell you that. You know what I'm saying? If somebody came to us correct, hey, there's two ways it's gonna go: win or lose. End of the day, we're men. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going out there to lose. And that's just the way it is. But on today's day and age, bro, people talk more than your deeds. You know what I'm saying? Black Tux. I told you that's my brother right there. Because me and him see eye to eye. If I ever need help, he's gonna be there to help me. You know what I'm saying? Whenever he needs help, I know I'm there for him. You know what I mean? Without a doubt. I'm cool with everybody.
I wish there was more. There's definitely a lack of camaraderie. You know, I wish there was more camaraderie in the scene. Um, but like I spoke to Cheeky about too, that customers too create rifts
Yeah,
in
it's
in a
weird. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? There's a lot of fuckery, like pure
yeah,
fuckery when it comes down to it. But when it comes to, in my eyes, you never know when you need somebody.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, everybody needs help. There was a time I needed Cheeky, and Cheeky came through for me in a clutch, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, set the standard. I got what I needed. I put my shit together. I came out there strong as ever. There's been times he's called me up, and I was like, "Say less. Come see me. Send somebody. It doesn't matter."
yeah,
It's good to have friends out
yeah.
there. And the respect that me and Cheeky have, which a lot of people don't know, that we hold each other up here. You
Very
know what
high.
I mean?
And listen, man, there's always going to be competition, and there should be a competitive edge to it.
I mean,
But it doesn't have to turn into
they,
the extra shit.
bro,
You
they
know?
do shop wars. I'm not gonna mention no names, but out of state, bro, they be talking shit about each other's shops. I want no part in that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck? End of the day, you're fast, you're going fast. Who gives a fuck? You're happy, good for you. That's all that matters. I mean, are you that miserable that you want to make others miserable? You know what I mean? We don't believe in that shit here. If you notice, we're always positive, no matter what. You know, there's no negativity, even on bad days. And we all have bad days, but we're always positive. End of the day.
If Mike runs out of Red Bulls, it's a bad day.
Yo, very bad day. There is something about these strawberry apricot. Red Bull, if you ever see this, y'all need to sponsor me. What the fuck?
Yeah, excuse me. If he gets a sponsor, it's my channel. I get the sponsor.
I mean, something.
Something. Free case? Couple cases?
Something.
He's got a big family. It's
I do.
gotta
I
be
really do.
like 20
really
cases.
Do. I have 10 children. I got my parents. I got my brothers and sisters. Please help me out.
Yo, listen, Mikey. I appreciate your time,
Oh,
brother.
most definitely. I appreciate you too, bro. Thank
Listen,
you.
it was great to have you on this right here, man. My first episode.
Most definitely.
I appreciate you, Origins. Hopefully,
I appreciate you to the fullest, bro. You definitely go out of your way for me. I see that, and I just want to take the time out to actually say thank you. You know what I mean?
I definitely appreciate that.
All
for
love.
sure.
Yeah.
Listen, guys. Origins. Many, many more episodes to come. Amazing guests on the way.
It's just the beginning, guys.
It's just the beginning. I promise y'all. All right? Peace.